Hey buddy, how's it going today? It's Frankie here, and I'm back with another video of the day, but night now because it's night, and I did a video earlier, and I was going to talk. It's gonna be probably a bit quick. I don't know. I just want to talk about this show that's actually it's an interesting show. It's all over TikTok. I'm not sure if any of you heard of it. A lot of you probably have come across it. It's called Pop the Balloon, and I'm really curious about this show. I was just watching it. I haven't watched a full episode. I've watched snippets of it, but is there a need for me to watch episodes? No. I've watched scenes of it, so I could just give my verdict on it. I know how I feel on it, my opinion and stuff like that. Like I always do in these reviews. My voice is cracked. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, just want to give my reviews on it as per usual. As every other show. And yeah, if you don't know what the show is about, it's about somebody that comes in. It could be a single man or woman. And I don't know how many of the opposite sex is there. How many people are there with the balloons? I think it's 6 maybe to make it even. I guess I think maybe 6. I don't know how many people it is in total. I don't really keep count. I should have done. Really, it's an obvious thing to do. But yeah, and it's just quite an interesting show. What people think, like there's no proper reason. Actually, it's not like Take Me Out where there's few rounds and stuff. It's similar to that. It's quite hard to explain really and set it that in that way, but yeah, it's almost like you're judging a book by its cover too early. We've all done it, right? Like a lot of men will say it's a woman thing. It can be. It's more common amongst women to judge quickly, and you can see it in that show where a single man comes in. You see 3-4 girls pop the balloon, and I'm just like, how do you know he's not right already? What makes you pop your balloon? One woman said, "Oh, you're not tall enough." I'm sorry, what? So you want to hide behind the man, do you? Is that how it works? If I'm not mistaken, it should be 2 people. So that's why you're in a relationship. It's not just a one-person ship. It's a relationship. You're not paying him to protect you. Yeah, you're not paying him for anything at all, to be honest. And he's not paying you for anything, unless there's a kids involved or something like that. Or unless he's just living you rent free or something like that. But either way, height doesn't exist, as one guy said. This woman was like a girl's girl, she's a follower, there's other girls, and just there, just be like, yeah, she's right. Right about what? What does height have to do with there being a better man in the relationship? The amount of women that go for tall men, some of the time it don't work out. Because you're always picking the height, you're not thinking about how he is personality wise and how he would be around you. And that's also another thing. And another one that said, oh my god, what was it now? They said, oh, I'm not sure if I like you that much, It's there's no proper reason that they're given whatsoever. And there could be 6 men and 1 single woman. And the single woman just like, kind of pops balloons and is like, she's like, oh well, I think you're a bit too shy because you're not talking much. You guys ever noticed they're all on a show and they have to talk when the host is asking them if they can talk? They can't just all talk over each other. So that's another excuse that she made. Another excuse is about someone's tattoos where they said it's good, but they said that about a good thing. But yeah, and then somebody else said, I don't know who it was that said. They said you got you got to be like obviously financially stable and all that sort of stuff. And it's sort of really interesting to me. It really is. And somebody else said, oh, I don't like the way you dress and stuff like that. Yeah, in case everyone knows, damn near everybody, in my opinion, were dressed in an interesting outfit. I had no issues, to be fair, and I haven't seen over. I should have remembered every piece of dialogue that was said. It's just kind of a shame that way. And then there's another person, and then there was a guy that said to this like woman that was thin. He said, "Oh, I can't have my woman thicker." Damn well everybody come down here say, "Oh, I don't know why I said it in that accent. I've sounded American." Everybody would damn well near say, "Oh, he doesn't want to." How dare he say that about a woman? He's given a preference. There's so many haters out there hating on what. So what, a man can't say his opinions about a certain type of woman, but a woman can't say something about a man? Come on, man. Come on. I mean, that there's instances where a woman was like, what did she? She also said, oh, I don't know. These women don't know what their type is. I'm just trying to remember what was said. These women sort of say, well, this person, he's not my type because I just wasn't feeling him. In other ways, he didn't find him that good looking. But then, you know, somebody mentioned about the single man. Oh, the sunglasses. One woman mentioned that this guy had, you know, the single man that came and said, oh, I popped a big because it was the sunglasses, and why are you wearing it in here? It's just scripted. And they've been told to say silly things like this. All these, it's not just women, but some men out there say the childish things that a 6-year-old would say. Why are you wearing shades inside? How does that give you an ick? It's a style. Yeah, it may not be the most, you know, best thing to wear, especially if it's sunny. I mean, he's walking in with style. Somebody complained about someone's shoes. And then, I don't know, definitely a woman complained about teeth. I get it, you don't want someone that has really, like, really crooked teeth there, so I can understand. You know, but they can be fixed over time. Do you know, that's not going to be an issue in a relationship. These people are not thinking clear. It's not just women, it's men as well. You're not thinking clearly about the partner you want. That, yeah, you don't know the person. Obviously, no one's going to know the person straight after the first date or straight after the relationship. No one's going to know the person instantly before you even talk to them. That's understandable. You think they're going to be nice and they end up changing. I get that. But to talk about stuff like teeth, nose, hair, you know, like arms. Oh, you got too much hair on your body. Depends how much hair they've got. If it's getting in the way, I totally understand, and you move on. I totally understand. But that's also not going to ruin a relationship. Bear that in mind. They're not picking out stuff that's going to ruin a relationship. But yet they even say, I don't like when my partner cheats. I don't want when a partner does this. I don't want when a partner does that. Understandable. I get those, but they're talking about stuff that damn near kids talk about. It's really concerning. I mean, it's not. I mean, this is a rant about it because it's related to this, so I can rant about this. It's just that they're afraid to say they're not good looking enough, and damn nearly everybody in the social attract. Don't get me wrong, no homo to the dude side of things. I'm just saying no homo, but you know, I'm just saying those are good, you know, men that you know that I could probably dress like. Well, I can't anyway. Even women look beautiful and sexy, and they look. I mean, there was a few intelligent ones, and there's a woman that said, this is a classical. The woman said she works in the beauty industry and she believes in divine female power, something like that. And the guy popped his balloon when she said female power. What's wrong with that? I'm sorry. Why does the man always have to be the dominant one? Two people should be dominant in their own ways, right? If it suits the person, like it suits women like that being like powerful. And I think all these people, if I'm not mistaken, were black in the ones I was watching. I've forgotten the woman's. I think it's Gabby or something. Was it the host? I think she's the host of the show. And yeah, she all these black women that came on, I like my black women. Don't get me wrong, right? Because of how their dominance is kind of sexy, because they know how they're gonna, you know, in that department, man. They just know it. Maybe not all, but 90% of them will. But for the men, these are the men that should know, you know, that guy's probably the same sort of dude that would love a female to be dominant in that department, which I don't want to mention too much on here. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. You know, like, and yeah, it's so really it concerns me. I think someone complained about what? Someone's like, was it shoes or something? I don't know, but for me, somebody said the deal breaker. I don't know, like kids or something, you know, like I can partly get that. Like you don't want to be a step parent to somebody else's kids. I mean, people have done it. It's natural, you know. But I think people prefer doing that when the kids are a certain enough age, not when they're babies or 2 years old or whatever. That's a big responsibility. There was one. I'm pretty sure this is a movie scene, by the way, where a guy called Jorge came in, like Jorge. You know what name I'm talking about. I've forgotten his surname. And he's a plumber, and he mentioned he has a kid, and 5 girls popped the balloons because apparently that's an ick for them. They said, "Oh, why work as a plumber? I would not want to come back home to a man who just clean toilets and sinks." I tell you, whoever made that scene in whatever movie that was or whatever sketch that was should have wrote more in the script. I mean, I'm watching that. I know it's not real life. I know that's acting, but damn well, there's women like that out there, and I'm telling you, I would not. So you wouldn't want your husband to be cleaning toilets, and those are the type of women, right? that believe and would want a man to help them around the house when needed. Even if they try to fix a toilet or whatever, they would want a man to help them out there. No offense to women out there, but come on, with the women, you are entitled to have a got women like this. There's intelligent men. There's more intelligent women out there than those type of women. Come on, I know it's acting, but you got to compare it sometimes. Because there are women like that out there. It's true. Sometimes acting could give out truth to things. And another woman said, "Oh, I would only be a stepmother to a brat." Excuse me. Why not be a stepmother to a brat? How do you know the kid's a brat? The kid could be well behaved. And besides the dad dude being a dad, his kid's well behaved anyway. Must be. Don't know. Obviously the kid's going to be misbehaving. But it is sometimes women that when they have their own kid, they'll just ghost the guy. They'll ghost him completely. I mean, that's because I had experienced that. I'm just saying the general women that will do that. But then she said, "Oh, no wonder these women ghosted you." Okay, that's like that. If that's the game you want to play, play it. No wonder they don't get no man. Those type of women, literally. I mean, if that's the way they talk, it's like when women act like that, it's a sign that they are red flags in a relationship. They know it, but they use rudeness as a way to come across that, and they want men to avoid them because they know that they're a red flag. It's psychology. It's a psychology. It's women like that will know. They know what I'm talking about. And the last girl, Macy, wow, yeah, she didn't care about it. She was like, it's okay. But then all these women said plumbing is a minimum wage job. I knew it was a good job. If you're cleaning toilets and sinks, you gotta be paid well to do that because you're getting your hands dirty and filthy, germs, infection. And to me, that's not a disgusting job. To me, that's a brave and daring job to do. And men, there's women that do that. Women, I don't know if women do. There's probably some women in plumbing jobs, but you see more men do it. People that do those type of jobs are brave as hell. All those germs, and imagine someone with OCD doing that job. They would hate it. So probably the odd person from that does, probably odd OCD person does plumbing. Yeah, imagine they say I wouldn't want someone to stink like that. Well, what would you want to do? Quit his job and then you start complaining that he doesn't have a job? I don't get them. And then when the guy announced, oh my god, when he announced, when he announced a few things, I have 40 planning copies, so I'm technically a millionaire a little bit. The girl's face has dropped because that's the type of man that they're after. They called him broken, and he just stood there all cool, like, okay, keep talking. I would lose my cool a little bit. I would have a go at them, but you know what? I'm glad he stood up to him. But yeah, this video is not about that particular scene because that's acting, but I'm just comparing it. It's a great example. I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm shocked. It's a longer. I should be watching that. Why am I not watching that? I've watched scenes of it, but I gave my own opinion on it. The host as well, good host, quite calm. So I tell you what, they should appear and take me out. But then again, that series, I think that's over now, isn't it? I don't think they're making a new series of that. So they should go on a show like that, really. That should be more on TV. Why is that not on TV? That's actually not a bad show to put on, but they need to make it a bit more dramatic and stuff like, you know what I'm saying. But I like the idea and concept of it. I'll give them that. It's a good show. It's okay in some aspects. I like people's opinions of something. It actually gives you a rough idea what those type of people be like in a relationship. It gives you a really rough idea. No one could give an answer whether or not you're type. Nobody can give an answer. They can't really say. They say you look nice. Yeah, she's my type. Yeah, all right. Okay, are they? I mean, okay, but the person popped the balloon. They said, "Oh, I can't want my balloon back." So why are you judging then? Give the person. They should not allow. They should. What they should do, change up that show. Whoever's hosting it, change it up. Don't let them pop the balloon before the person walks in. Make that fair. After the first person says the first sentence or says the first thing, then you can decide if you're going to pop it or not. don't just pop it before the person talks. There's no point of you being there then, is there, if that's going to happen? I mean, they're lucky to get the balloons back. You get no chances. Once the balloons pop, they should be popped completely. Let them go with some other person that comes in that they don't like, or that, I don't know, that, you know, just leave them like that. Like, because they're going to pick up a person which they think is right, and the relationship will fail. That's my honest opinion of it. Yeah, there's so much more I could go through with that. I'll be honest in that one. Not many people mention loyalty, as I read in the comment. Loyalty was not mentioned. Obviously, they mentioned not cheating, but it doesn't mean they're not loyal, if that's any case. Because they could be doing something behind your back that has nothing to do with sleeping with somebody else. Gotta think of these different perspectives. Don't just think of it that way. I'm not perfect, so I have my flaws. I can't judge everybody like that. But yeah, I'm no match for those dudes. Let me give you that one. No much whatsoever. I mean, my balloon will probably be popped. I don't know. But yeah, rating. This video's gone longer than it should have, to be honest. Rating. Questionable. I like the concept of it, the idea. The host is good. Contestants that come on are good. Opinions. I don't know. I know it's not maybe a banter show, so not really much as I can say. It's an okay show. So you know what? I'm glad there's a show that's a good concept. I think people probably I would never thought of a show like this. So let me give them that one. Yeah, I'll give this a solid 7 out of 10. It's questionable. People might give it a 5. It's slightly above average for me anyway, because it's what I've just described. I'm going to remember the rest of the scenes after I make this video, but you see the idea if I don't make this video longer. So yeah, 7 out of 10 is. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share when you know, subscribe and hit the notification below to see you in my next video.